Today has been really, really tough. Today we made the decision that we're going to close one of our prisons. So we're going to be closing Gloucester prison in about 6 weeks. I haven't told the staff yet, I haven't told anybody yet, so this video won't come out for a week or so. But yeah, we've made the really hard choice to do it. I won't go into the ins and outs of the reasons why, but bottom line is really it's just not making enough in terms of the expense. It's losing money every month, and it's just too much of a cost for us to continue. And we're about to acquire a couple of other buildings, and we're in a position currently as a company where our businesses need to be generating money, not losing it. So we've made the really hard decision. It's gutting for me because we're an entrepreneurial-led business. We're led by our employees, and as part of closing it means I've got to put 6, 7, maybe even 8 people out of work, and that's really hard for me because some of those people I employed myself. Some have been there since we started. Some have just recently joined us, but it is a bit of a failing, if I'm honest, but it's more of a sad time because our business is shrinking. I always said our business would probably shrink before it grows again, and that was right. It is going to shrink before it grows again, and I think that's the smart business decision, and that's unfortunately sometimes I have to cut myself a little bit, and I have to cut off my personal feelings, and I have to pull my heart away from it and just use my brain and my business head and have no personal attachment to anything or anybody to make the really, really tough decisions. I don't like to do it, and to be honest, it happens very, very rarely. Probably only 4 or 5 times since we started the businesses that we're currently in, and it's always difficult. It's never easy, and I think that that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't do it, is they're scared of the failure, and I get that. I do. I don't see this as a failure per se. I see it as trying something and it's not worked, but I don't say it is that we failed. I see it as we're consolidating to grow, and we're looking to the future and are making tough decisions that will affect people and people's lives and their families' lives. But unfortunately, if we don't do that, we really won't go anywhere, and the risk is still to their jobs, just maybe a month further down the line. So it's a sad day, it's a tough day, and unfortunately I'm going to have to switch off in a second, switch off my emotional side again, my heart side again, and get back onto my head, because I've got lots to do to get this in play, and to get the whole process working. So like I say, it's a sad day for us, but we've got 6 weeks still to kind of push through and do and keep customers coming through and keep the staff going, and support them as much as we can until we reach the end. The positive is that we'll grow out the back of this, so there is a positive to be taken, but it is a difficult day, and I just felt that I'm by myself at the moment in the office, and I just thought I'd take 3 or 4 minutes just to reflect on how I currently feel, and at some point in the next day or two I'll do another video about what we've achieved there, and next week when I'm down there speaking to the staff I'll do another video about kind of how I feel about it, very much on the cusp, because it's hard to let part of your businesses go, and I think that's it's kind of, I just thought I'd share the first bit, so I'll do more as we go. Okay, so this is a really, really hard day. So we're at Gloucester, we've arrived, and in about 4 hours we're going to be obviously speaking to our staff about looking to close the jail, and it's really difficult because they're such a good team and they work so hard, and it's just, you're putting people out of work, and it's really, really difficult. And if there's a way I could see round it, I'm just now sat here basically. I've got 4 hours. I'm now sat here thinking about, is there another way, and am I doing the right choice, the right decision? It's It's really easy when you're not next to people, but when you're there and you're in front of them, it's really hard. So it's I'm just about to read the rest of the press releases and stuff that we've done, and I don't know, it's really difficult. Just, it's probably a video that will never get shared again, because I don't know if I'll be able to do it, and it's an incredibly difficult day. I'm just going to watch the video now of the closure, the announcement filmed earlier. Paul's done an amazing job on the video, but it's gut wrenching. I don't really know what to say. So today has been basically a shitty fucking day. I went to Gloucester earlier. Let's remove this so you can see the lights. So I went to Gloucester and yeah, as you saw from the videos, basically we told the staff that we'd be closing the site in 6 weeks, and obviously, you know, they're a combination of feelings. Some are, they understand, they get it, but they're pissed, and rightly bloody so, because, you know, we're just, they're told that they won't have jobs in 6 weeks' time, and I guess I'm disappointed, I'm angry, I'm annoyed, I'm frustrated, and at the same time I have an element of relief. So I'm disappointed because I'm disappointed in myself for being in a position where I have to put 6 people out of work. I feel really disappointed in me, like I failed, because, you know, it's fucking gut wrenching. So I'm disappointed, I'm annoyed by it, I'm frustrated because I want to be able to not. I don't want to do this, but I don't have a choice. I really do not have a choice. So I'm really frustrated by that. I'm pissed off by the whole thing, and you know it's fucking shit. There's a little bit of relief because I know whilst it's a shit decision, I know it's the right decision, and because of that, our business, whilst this doesn't help the 6 people that we're gonna effectively will be redundant, doesn't help them any way, shape or form, but our business will consolidate and it will grow. So the future for us as a company and all the employees inside it is much brighter. But that doesn't mean it's not shit. And I don't really know why I'm doing this video, to be honest, because it's really fucking difficult today. But I guess this video is for anybody that thinks I'm lucky, thinks that running a company is easy, thinks that all we do all day is make cool videos and just piss about and we get to run around a haunted prison and do all this stuff, or we just get to do events and scare people, you know, whatever it is that people, when people look in from the outside and see what I do and see what my team do and see the way we behave and the way, you know, the way things are, they go, wow, that's so cool. This is the shit that you don't understand. This is the shit that nobody sees, and that's why I'm doing the video. Today, if you've just tuned in, today I had to tell 6 people that in 5 weeks they haven't got a job anymore. And that was one of the hardest things I've had to do. It really was. I really felt it. And I've had to do some really hard stuff in my life. I mean, a lot of people won't know, but me and my wife went through something that no parent should ever go through for, you know, a month. And whilst this isn't the same, I'm not comparing them, I'm just saying I've been through some really, really hard times. And this, I can safely say, was one of the hardest things I've had to do. I know Chrissy felt it as well. And I guess my point is that if you're gonna, there's 2 points. One is if you're running a business or you want to run a business, then I think it's important you are aware that one day this might happen to you. It might not be the end of your business, but it might be that you have to do what we're doing, which is consolidate to grow in the future. And you know, for whatever reason, you might have to get rid of people. Whenever you take staff on, that's a risk. And I think you have to kind of get a gauge in your head and your heart and your stomach that you can make the tough decisions when you have to. So I think that's a message for people that running businesses or want to run businesses. Be prepared to make the tough decisions. I always talk about the time you have to put in, the sacrifice you have to make, but be prepared to make some really, really tough decisions because you're going to have to. And for the people that look in and think we just have a jolly old time, well, fuck you basically, because we don't. Like, today's been one of the shittest days. Probably I'm trying to find other shit days in the last 3 years since we've been running our business. Today is by far one of the shittest days that I've had since we've run our company. And I think Chrissy would agree with me because she's been with me all day. We've been through it together. It has been, I can't think of worse days, but there's certainly a couple that come to mind, but it's been shit. And to the guys that, if you're watching this, to the team there, you know, I am sorry, and I feel like I failed you. I have failed you. I don't feel like I failed you. I have failed you. And that's going to stick with me for a long, long time. It will stick with me forever, but it's going to stick with me very, very fresh in my mind for a long, long time. And I want you to know that I'm sorry, and that if there was anything I could have done, or I felt if there was anything I could have done, I would have done it. I want you to know that I tried my hardest to do this. And today it's been tough. Tomorrow hopefully it'll be easier, and the next day a little bit easier, and so on and so forth. But it's going to be a hard 5 weeks now for us and for you guys and for those involved. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of share how I was feeling this evening. And that's it. I'm going to sign off for the night, and I'll do this edit for next week at some point. So that's it, really. Brother, it's caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the crossfire.